I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now Simmons for three. George. Hart pulls it in. Siakam in the post. And then Siakam with the jam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. And it's Simmons missing.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Knifing to the rim with ease, Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders. You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Beyond the arc. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
I just love the ball.
Right side Maxey. McBride on the double team. George outside. To the paint. Here's Simmons. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Yeah, that felt like PG was baiting the defenders there. Great use of the pick.
Towns outside. It's Hart on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And here's Simmons. Siakam pulls down the board. Here's New York. Some momentum. A 15-2 run underway. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020. He's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back to you, B.A.
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy that really helps pull this team together.
And it's Brunson with the rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Hart from long range hits a three-pointer. Hart's got 6.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Maxey. There's the triple. The shot won't fall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Brunson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
It's been off.
Philadelphia, 4.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Knicks?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Philadelphia. 19-footer, and it's New York with another.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Robinson with the block. Outside Oubre. Pass to George. For three. And he stays with it. Outside Maxey. From outside the arc. Some solid defense from Brunson. New York leading by 20. To the inside. Rodman, no good. Lowry, right side. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lowry's got himself on the board with a three there.
Smart move going to Lowry, a talented shooter who doesn't hesitate on his shots.
Clarkson outside. Outside Brunson. Shot clock at 3. New York needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. '76ers trail by 17. Pass to Oubre. Shoots from 12. And it's New York with a rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And here's Clarkson. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
The three from Edgecombe. Rodman with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Kolek. Outside Robinson. Here's Kolek. No points yet. New York, no good that time either. Here's Edgecombe. Missed inside. New York leading by 17. To the wing on the left. Down low. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Edgecombe. A runner in the lane. Pass to Drummond. 4-3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
.46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Rebound by Philadelphia. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Lowry, no good. And New York has possession. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. So both teams making some changes here. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Rise and fire away. This is Clarkson's attitude as soon as he catches the rock.
Maxey attacking. Kicks it to George. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Clarkson. And so it's the New York Knicks out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, every year we see a few teams that exceed expectations, Richard. In your experience, what's the blueprint for an overachieving team?
Well, a lot of times you see new coaching staffs unlocking a roster. Other times it's just healthier bits of competition. And don't forget, health is always a huge component.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's McBride. Off the inbound, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
George's shot is off.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Towns on a screen. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by George. 76ers trail by 19. Here's Maxey. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Maxey's gotten his first basket of the night.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Well, Richard, the Sixers with a lot of money tied up in Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
Ooh, that's not a lot of flexibility. They need those guys to be healthy and contributing. The talent is there, but it also has to be about the availability.
And you gotta love Jalen Brunson's mix of physical and mental skills. He's not just fast and tenacious, he's also very intelligent about how he attacks you.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. Towns taking his time here. Right wing. 5 to shoot. Towns on a screen. Shoots over Oubre. New York, no good that time either.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
And that one's good. Simmons.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Siakam. The rebound by Maxey.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
George outside. Over Brunson. Back to George. And the jam by George.
Oh, we've seen George finish it so many times. PG, this man gets up with ease.
Towns on a screen. Brunson drives in. Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Simmons, no good. Knicks leading by 17. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
George, no good.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Brunson. Siakam outside. The putback. The kick out to Brunson. Here's the 3. Gets the three to fall. Brunson's got 13 now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 13.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now here's Lowry. The rebound by Diawara. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Right side, Edwards. It's picked off.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations, and let's see how it plays out. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
There's a screen. Here's Edgecombe. And so it's New York. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. New York leading by 20. Here's Kolek. And he's going for the lob. Robinson can't hit.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Edgecombe, no good. Now the Knicks with it. Here's Kolek. Screen by Robinson. From the high post. Drummond grabs the miss. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the middle. And the jam by Drummond.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Kolek to the paint. Here's Robinson. Second shot opportunity. Drummond grabs the miss.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Lets it go from 14. Stolen by Lowry. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York leading by 18. Clarkson outside. And a big finish by Robinson.
How about the bounce?
We could call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career. And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Outside Brunson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And man, you gotta appreciate how efficient Brunson is. And he takes and makes high percentage shots.
Pass to Embiid. The three is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Brunson with it. Towns on a screen. Brunson with it. Picked up by Simmons. Towns for three.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Simmons gets it to go.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Left side Brunson. Pass to Siakam. From the arc. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 20. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Here's Brunson. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Brunson's got 11 points here in the second half.
46. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Brunson.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Pass to Hart. New York working the ball around now. Siakam the screen. Here's Towns. Soft touch off the glass.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Clock at 6. Siakam for 3. It's hauled in by Oubre.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And so New York takes this